So guys, here's the idea. I am targeting this guy, okay? This is my target. The slash is in this direction, okay? I'm slashing from bottom up. So I would hit. So essentially my question is, I can hit 2 targets, okay? I have 2 hits. In solution A, I would hit this guy here and this guy. These 2, okay? In solution B, I would hit, so solution A would give me 5 and 4, and solution B gives me number 2 and number 5. Which one do you guys think should we do? Should we do A or B? A. So here's the reason why I say B. Target priority. Makes more sense as it hits the closest enemy. I think we should do B, because while physically correct is A, B is better for the player based on target priority. You cannot focus down a certain unit, even though you can target him, because of physics. It makes the game feel bad, in my opinion. So the target, where's the direction for the enemies? In this case, it doesn't matter where the direction of the enemies is. What matters is the target priority. So we could draw a road, okay? We could draw a road to make it even more confusing. And this is their direction. And his target priority is first. Then he would target number 2. Why not target the one that the swing will hit the most of the time? Well, since I haven't asked yet, how are you doing this beautiful day? Is your progress coming along nicely, chatting? Yeah, it's coming along nicely. Thanks for asking, bro. See, this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking B is better, simply because of target priority. So this is what you see here, by the way. What's happening in the slash? Take a look. The collider doesn't hit this guy, but we already deal damage to him. It is slowed down, which is why it looks bad. You see that? How this guy gets hit before everything else. You see that? But it doesn't, you don't see that. When it's sped up, when it's normal speed. You don't see that because the swing is so fast. I would go with guys further on way to objective. It depends on the target priority. You could say the first target here at the bottom, but you could also say the last. You could also say the strong one in the bunch. You could also say the air unit, which I will remove probably. You could also say the closest. You could say the weak target, the one with the least HP. This allows you to focus target properly. Okay? And I think I want to keep that, because it gives you control over which units are being killed first. And I see this as coyote time. I make the game. How do you say that? I make the game less tedious for the player, but it doesn't make the game easier. Would there be any damage drop-off on the furthest enemy if the priority is set the first? No, there is no damage drop-off when swinging. Let's see how Collector TD handles this. He doesn't handle this because he doesn't think about this. He doesn't even have a weapon swing implemented. That takes multiple days to implement, bro. Alright, so I guess we'll keep this. It's fine. So the only thing I have to change is the get range function. Which... Okay, let's see. Weapon Collider 2. Need to figure out how to do this. Weapon Collider 2. I need to properly set the position. We say the weapon position plus the direction times the range divided by 2. And the range is only important for the collider. So I feel like this is no longer needed. 4. We can put the weapon collider 2 here. Okay. So we get the attack radius. That is actually the range already. Then for the weapon collider, the size is just the range. The weapon size in X. And the offset for the collider is the weapon position. Let's test this. Let's see what that looks like. This is still too long. Okay, now. I don't think we need to add this in at all. But then we need to remove from the range. Yeah, this is better already. You see how the collider gets smaller? This is actually my range. I think I need to get rid of the weapon distance from the range. Minus. Oh, sorry about that. Thank you. So I feel like... Let's take a look. I think it's too much. How does that feel? Maybe I have to get rid of the weapon distance developer too. Thank you very much for following Buckethead Scuff. Oh wow, look at this. This looks almost perfect. Is this actually perfect? This looks perfect. Let's take a look here. Let's see here. I don't see. It's difficult to tell. I think it's perfectly sized with the weapon size. Yeah, it is perfectly sized. Now, what happens if I do this? Take a look. Let me give you an idea of what I'm thinking of here. For example, attack radius. I get this. And I do this one more time. Where's attack radius? There we go. I give myself a flat 10 attack radius and another 10% increase. Save that. Take a look at this. This makes my attack radius much bigger, but let's see what this does in terms of the collider. Actually, the collider flows perfectly, I think. It's looking good enough, I think. See, it's drawing this collider here in the for loop, right? Shouldn't do that. It should draw this. I don't know why this is done in the for loop. Let's get the weapon collider. What the fuck? This should be done outside here. Here. Activate ability if enemies... Eh? Enemy collider. Okay, the enemy collider is that. There you go. I think that makes it a little bit better. Looks like a sword from Final Fantasy. Yeah. Ah, there we go. Okay, let's test this again. Attack again, please. Why is this fucked up now? Does it use the wrong position? Weapon collider dot position. Weapon position. Does it change here? Let me give you a slap, huh? What? Why is... I'm confused. It takes this? I had this for every enemy. But I'm not changing any... pivot point here. Pivot point is center plus pivot direction plus weapon. Like this? This doesn't need to be done here. This can be done outside, right? Weird. Not sure why this is there. But okay. Put it here. Put this here. There you go. Okay, so I think now it's looking correct, right? Very nice. Take a look at this. I think we have finally... Oh, wow. We have finally created a nice little collider for the sword. That works perfectly with the game. There you go. Very good. I have to be careful with actually being able to hit here in this direction. It depends on where I attack, right? But I guess I'm hitting here, and then if I were to hit in this direction, I hit there. Let me see. Does this work? Let's get rid of this tree really quickly. See? I think it looks good. Let's take a look. Yeah, the swing is good enough. What if we increase the range even further? It's not perfect, but I think it works. If I don't go too crazy on the range. You can see that the collider is not really perfectly in an elliptical. It doesn't behave elliptical, if that makes sense. I feel like the ring is placed too low, it should be higher. No, it's perfectly around the feet. Around here. I think it's fine, actually. Do you know the story of the boy who lied every day so no one believed him when he was telling the truth? I think the story is called The Boy That Cried Path of Exile After. I'm working on it, okay, bro? I'm working on it. I have a very chaotic life right now. Okay, bruv? I'm trying. Alright, we did fix a bug, which is not gameplay, but... How can it be detecting the sword collider when it's firing the sound and taking damage when it hits the range collider? Does the sword collider do anything? He means Path of Exile after the game is released. Guys, I'm working on it, okay? I don't mean that, no. I just don't have my mind on it right now. And yes, I will take it out of the title if you guys want to. Oh, actually, we wanted to do... Wait, before we do this, I need to add in another level. But I guess we got busy with the... Let's see here. Round 1. Let's see what happens here. Also, let's get rid of the collider. Debug. If has options. Option draw collider. Another react. After reacting to Discord for hours. Yes, 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 yes. So, alright, we get the collider down. So, round level 1 is gonna be this. Let's pretend this didn't happen and we are game over. Okay, let's do this again. Actually, we have to start this over. And not even trying poor Ghosty's game. Shut the fuck up. I was checking out my game engine. Amazing the way you are handling... I was checking out your game engine. Amazing the way you are handling sprites in a single PNG. You think it's amazing? I think it's just a normal sprite Atlas, bro. But I appreciate it. Alright. Now, we get the shield orbs. And the idea for the shield orbs is here. And let's finish the skill tree. In the middle, we have... Instead of 4 count, I want to have projectile speed. There you go. So, now we give the player something to do. Well, I'll think about this. Because essentially what you can go for here... I have a nice idea. Instead of attack radius, we can do minus 10%. Make the shields... Maybe we could remove the shield radius so that they are closer to you. And therefore make this shield orb more interesting of a choice to go for. When will you fix the game over screen? Later. But let's get the shield orbs first. We get this, and we also place another guy. That's really fast. That is really fast. I know where this happens. The projectile speed. We have to ignore the base on this. So this is better now. Maybe this is a bit small, a bit short, but let's do 2 times. There you go. Seems a bit OP. Yeah. No, this is better. Like this. That's how I want it. Now, the reason why this happens is because come on. It's lagging right now. The reason why this... Stop. But I set it to 200 here to have a base projectile speed for arrows and everything that flies in the game. And essentially, that's what I was using here. That's why it was so fast. But unfortunately, I have to restart the game now because of the spawning system. Oh, and also, I don't have the unlocks here. I have all of them unlocked right now. But I guess it's fine. It's okay. We have everything unlocked. Let's play the game with all of this stuff unlocked. We get the shield orbs. Get this here. How do you change C code? How do you change C code and apply the changes while the game is running? This is the way I do it. Maybe IntelliSense giving up on your big fire? No, that's not it. Alright, I think I'm gonna give this guy... Kinda wanna go for bleed chance and physical damage. But I know that there's a skeleton coming soon. So I know that skeletons are coming in the next round. So I need to make sure that I have armor pierce on this guy. Otherwise I won't deal enough damage. On this or this guy, it doesn't matter. One of the two needs this. And so then this guy can decide to go for projectile speed or less attack radius. But that affects every single unit. Less attack radius is better for the skill, but worse for everything else. I literally have less radius. So I don't know whether I want to actually go for this. Or create a keystone where shield orbs, where I have less attack radius. Maybe not on the tree. So here's an interesting idea. Projectile speed is a positive at all times, right? What would be another interesting choice on the skill tree right now? Projectile speed makes the projectiles fly faster. Therefore, this thing deals more damage. This flies further and deals more damage because it hits more units. So projectile speed is a net positive. Cooldown reduction is also a net positive. Now maybe I want to have only 2 options here. And then we remove the third one. The attack radius stuff. Maybe we remove this. Is a sword a projectile? No, but wind slash is. Sword, like range, is just how far you can view and attack enemies. I'll have to think about this. But this is I think I'm gonna remove this actually. We'll, you know, put them here somewhere else. We'll keep this for later. And then we have these two in between. Let's do it like this, and then, you know. We'll put a thing in the middle here. Or maybe up here, we'll see. That is like a bigger one. Sprite. Let's make it, I don't know. Something like this. But I don't know what type of stats I want to add here yet. There you go. Projectile speed plus 10% and cooldowns -5. So this is gonna be cooldown. Cooldowns and the -5. Save that. There you go. Now we have enough choices for this for now. We could make the ability... we could make it so the ability gets activated more often, or we can give it more speed. I think I'm gonna go for cooldowns. And then as we travel further to the right, we get our next ability sooner than instead of getting a huge powerful node. This one here could be cooldown reduction and speed in together, or maybe something completely, like maybe some physical damage stuff. I love your content. What are the most useful game dev skills in your opinion? It's difficult to say, man. I'm working on that myself at the moment. It's difficult to say. Yoinking, trying to figure out... I'd say number one is learn to finish projects. Yeah, it's true. Like, yeah. Like, if we're talking about this, yes. Learning to finish projects is a really important part. I would say, yeah, you could say that. I'm thinking more in terms of, if that's already a given, what is important? Like, the ability to listen to feedback, see where players are coming from, and then not be deluded, deluded into thinking, no, not be trapped, not be... I don't know how you say that in English. Programming language familiarity? No, we don't need that. Delusional? No. So basically not be like tricked into believing that that every feedback is valid feedback and makes the game better, because sometimes there's feedback from players that makes the game worse objectively. So figuring out that while feedback is really important, you also need to figure out that some feedback is not correct. That is difficult. So the ability to listen to feedback properly. Take things with a pinch of salt. Yeah. I think the most important part about game development is figuring out, why do people play your game? What makes them spend hours in your game and enjoy your game? Why is a game good? I think that's the most difficult but important part. Because I've seen so many games from the outside, they look kind of nice, but no one plays them. They play them for far too long. Everyone who plays the game plays them for just a couple of minutes and then puts it down. Why is that? Why? I don't think there's a definitive answer to this. It's not easy to tell, and I think that's really important. The game is good because it was stolen. It is balloons, basically. No. So anyways, but yeah, finishing projects, of course. Like, you could, like, the all-time classics is always finishing projects, of course. Finishing projects, staying consistent, listening to feedback. But I think there's more to this. But I think if you stick with it, eventually you will come to a good game idea and then eventually be successful. But the sticking to it is essentially, do you really want to do this or not? Because some people quit after 1 or 2 years. They try once, then they quit. Does that mean they got successful? Maybe they didn't get successful. It always depends. Games Godot was because it was stolen. No, I don't think so. Anyways, let's move on here. Okay, so we have a way to defeat the skeletons that are coming. Yeah, this guy deals 1 damage. This guy deals enough on them. 24. We even have enough to give this guy bleed. Okay, we get this guy now. I'm not gonna use him for now. I'm gonna make a round 8. Let's see here. This guy's doing 10 damage to them and bleeding them sometimes. Okay. Let's go for cooldowns. Again. I like that. Okay. I need to place a new unit or give one of them. So here, the accessories that you can't see where my head is in front. I need to figure out a better equipment there. So gonna be the first level, or are you just debugging later game stuff here now and spread it over multiple levels later? This is all going to be in the first level. Oh god. This guy needs to have armor penetration. Otherwise I can't beat this level. Okay. Alright, we got more money. Okay, so still round 6, we're getting close to round 8. Seems way too hard. Immo? Round 8. We have skeletons. Armored skeletons, 3. These are really tough ones. I don't know how I would beat them. Maybe we don't spawn as much. Round 7 spawns a bunch of them. Okay. Let's see. I mean, how is difficulty gonna scale over say the first 20 levels? We'll see. I'm working on this right now. I don't know. Discipline's important. Working on what must be done, not just what is fun. Like, not just redoing UI or not quitting your 300 games 2 weeks before the end. 30-day games 2 weeks before the end. Shut the fuck up. I quit the game, quit that because it was boring. I'm not gonna force myself to do something I don't wanna do. Okay. So we can't deal damage to this guy. They spawn too early. Round 6 is a little bit too much. This armored enemy should be spawning maybe much later. Let's test this. Now this unfortunately will fuck up because, oh god, it's spawning all of the enemies now. This will also mean... Uh-oh. Let's get some projectile speed going. Or maybe. We're actually getting more shield orbs. More damage on them. And then we have armor pierce. Okay, I think... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at the damage numbers here. Goodness. Shit. Like, you don't even know you're gonna get skeletons that are hard to deal with in the later round, so you're just gonna get wrecked the first time you play. Sounds fun. What are you talking about? This is supposed to be later a tutorial, bro. This is what it's supposed to be. And anyways. Is that Dark Shadow a bug or an enemy? That Dark Shadow was not a bug, but it was an artifact of me hot reloading the game. It was literally 20 skeletons in one place. That's what that was. Just my thoughts here, but I don't think you should be the last person on Earth trying to balance the game at a stage it is right now. You played the game more than anyone on this planet. Wouldn't rough balancing and fine tuning via playtesting be a bit more efficient? Yeah, which is why I'm creating new rounds now. Though I still should be balancing my game a little bit more. Are you using OpenGL? Yes, I am. What if later you make a game mode where the player is playing as the enemy and fighting against the Tangerines defending? Yeah, that is something I would like to do too, yeah. But we'll see, you know, how far I get with that.